actually are. There's no countdown.
Yeah.
Whew, okay. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to wherever you may be. Welcome to the Pitch Perfect Pod. My name is Kiki, and of course, we're here with Elaine. And yeah, we are here in 2025. How does it feel? How are you doing?
I'm good. I've been so busy. And this is also like, I guess when videos come out, it's a little unclear, but like we haven't gotten to sit down and be on recording together in like over a month actually, because it's January 16th today. So it's been a long time since we got to sit down and record, and now it's both of our birthdays, so I wasn't sure if you were sorry.
Yeah. No, you go.
I was just gonna say, like, I wasn't sure if when you were introducing me, if you were gonna like introduce me as Elaine or like say some random name, because I know we had joked about that, but
oh my god, I forgot about that. Surprise! Elaine's not blonde anymore. Yeah. What if we just like redid it again and like cut it and then no. Okay, yeah, no, it's been a month since we last kind of caught up on a call. Yeah, the Elaine, lovely Elaine, the Carolina recording was like a month ago, and since then we've both been on like holiday, and you know, things get busy around this time. We travel away and all that. So here we are. How good? Welcome back.
Yeah, we both took really long holidays too. Like we both took like a 3-week holiday. So yeah, it's been good. I guess refreshing, maybe not. But it's 2025, so that's exciting. We're here.
So the grind starts again. Did you actually play any Fab in the last month since we last spoke?
Yes, actually. Well, I went back to, so not a lot because it's been a month since we spoke, and we both took 3-week holidays, or since we spoke on camera. Obviously, we've spoken. But it's been.
Who are you?
Right. Hi, nice to meet you. Not when I was gone out of town, but I did get to go back to my armory this past weekend. So I did go to armory this past weekend, and that was really exciting because I missed the locals. I'm like, I really hadn't been since. I've basically been out of town since Osaka. Like honestly, I've been out of town since Osaka, which is like 2 months. So it had been a long time since I played Flesh and Blood. But I got to go back to Armory on Saturday, and we drafted Rosetta. And that was really fun. I did the same thing that I've done every single time I've drafted Rosetta, where pack one, pick one. I take a good red Earth card, and I'm like, I'm gonna go Earth this time. And then pick 2 comes, and I just stare at the cards, and I'm like, I don't want to take any more Earth. Actually, I didn't like taking that Earth card. I really just want to play Ocilio. And then I basically start like crying, laughing to myself, and everyone in the draft is like, she's back on this, she's doing it again. And I'm like, no. I only do that when we draft casually. So yeah, I did draft Ocilio, and I did really bad, but I had a lot of fun.
Sometimes it's just so predictable. Like, how could, like, if I'm sitting immediately to your left, if I'm sitting immediately to your left, I am just not taking a lightning wizard card.
Well,
I will aggressively take like the Verdant's split card, knowing that I'm going to be okay, and lightning cards are not going to be an issue.
So I like passed like a burn up too, like pack one, pick one. I was like, I'm not gonna do it. Like I'm not going to. I'm gonna go Earth, and I took like a red like fruits. And so I was like, this, good. This is good. And then the second the cards just come around, I'm like, I don't want to take any more earth cards. I don't want to do it. And like, it was funny because I showed up and everyone's like, oh, you're back. And I'm like, yeah, like finally. And I was like, oh, I forgot a playmat. And so one of my locals was like, well, we're drafting Rosetta Day. So here, it handed me an Ocilio playmat. And I was like, I'm not going to draft Ocilio today. And they were all like, And then we get in our pod and stuff, and I take my second pick, and then I go to take my second pick, and I'm just like, the guy sitting across from me was like, Elaine, we all know we all know what's happening here. And I was like, you don't know what I'm on. He's like, okay, signal received. And I'm like, no. But yeah. The person to my left did draft Verdance though, so we were fighting over wizard cards. But they were passing me good lightning, I was passing them good earth, so that was fun. And yeah, it was fun. I had a lot of fun playing Ocilio. I was happy to go out and play, and I got to play my man, and it was a good experience. And yeah.
How beautiful. How good. I wish I had fun stories like that regarding that. Not that I don't have fun with Flesh and Blood, but like I just don't go to events. Like that's kind of known by now. But I only got back, what was it, 2 weeks ago? My Christmas holiday was spent with my partner's family. I met my de facto nephew. My nephew? I don't know. I'm not actually married, but I've been in this relationship long enough that it's my nephew. Tiny, adorable little child, very well behaved, loves when you sing to him. We took him camping, that was great, it was excellent. No issues there, surprisingly, and that was good. We saw some butterflies, we went to like this butterfly park thing. Butterfly Creek if you're in New Zealand, specifically. And it was just really nice and calm, but like I've just been busy the whole time. As soon as I got back to Wellington, my hometown, I got off the plane and then went to work. Like, I have so few days off because of all the travel, like Japan and Christmas, and then other events coming up that I might bring up. I just don't have leave. So, straight to work, and then immediately that weekend went off to a wedding, and then I've since come back. So I haven't actually played Flesh and Blood. Excuse me. Despite the fact that the wedding was for somebody in my local Flesh and Blood community, one of my close friends. But like when we got there, like one of our friends was like, who wants to play some Flesh and Blood? I'm like, no, I'm going in the hot tub. Like, I'm eating pizza, going to the hot tub, we're chilling.
Wait, there was a hot tub at the wedding?
No, there's a hot tub at our accommodation. Sorry.
Oh, okay. I was like, whoa, who are these people? And I need more details.
Yeah, I'll consider it for mine.
Okay.
So you'll just have to come here, and then
of course, obviously, yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, the wedding was really nice. It was lovely. It was really kind of farm aesthetic. Well, it was on a farm. Like there was a bunch of fruit trees everywhere. It was stunning and gorgeous, and it was real like Kiwi, for lack of a better term. Like it was outdoors. It was like one of those outdoor weddings where you have like those kind of we got really into cornhole.
Oh,
we don't necessarily know all the rules.
I know the vibes, yeah.
Yeah. And it was like finger food, kind of snacky kind of things, not like a sit down proper meal for the most part. Even like the dinner portion of it was like go up to the table, grab something small, go back to your table, eat, and then just keep on like grazing as you go along throughout the night. It was fun vibes, but hectic. And then again, the day afterwards, drove back to my city and then immediately worked. No days off kind of thing. But I have played 2 games of Flesh and Blood, and they were good games. They were stressful in all the right kind of ways. Like, you know, how this game is hard, and we all play it, and we're all just like, dang, like, how do people do this? Like, yeah. So that was the kind of vibe. Especially because, like, I've been playing a different card game, just kind of casually, like, the last couple weeks. I don't know if I should mention it or not because we're a Flesh and Blood podcast. Anyway, redacted card game. Was playing it. It was fine. It was fun. And then I played Flesh and Blood. I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. No, this is the game for me. Like, this makes me happy. Even
Redacted card game. I think you can say it. We don't get paid.
Yeah, true. Okay. Yeah, I was playing the One Piece card game for the last couple of weeks. But like, it doesn't hit like Flesh and Blood. Like, it's a great game. Don't get me wrong. I really enjoy it. I play it, and the community is fantastic. But just 2 games of Florian, and I'm just immediately like, I feel bad. Just on like a quick kind of side note, that like when Rosetta came out, I'm like, yeah, Verdance is my hero. We're gonna have wizard battles. It's gonna be so good. And then I played Florian since. I'm like, no, I'm just playing Guardian that makes like 2 rune shots every turn. This is where I want to be in life.
Sorry, okay. Wait. This sounds like such a lovely time, first of all. And I know that your vacation or your holiday was lovely and good for you. And I just wanted to say, like, I loved when Kiki's traveling, they always send me pictures, which is very nice and fun. But this time, like, 90% of the pictures were just of cats. Yeah. And I loved that. Yeah, the wedding sounds great. And One Piece card game, I've actually played quite a bit of One Piece. And it's fun. I enjoy playing it. But I think personally, like, it just feels... It feels like it's not as diverse or engaging to me as Flesh and Blood. Like, it is really fun, but to me, like, I play One Piece as like a tabletop TCG, like, truly, because I have fun sitting around and playing it with my other friends who play it. But like, I don't think I could go play it for a whole weekend in a tournament and not just get like kind of bored, because the games don't feel like different enough. If I don't know how to explain it, like Flesh and Blood, each game feels so different, and yeah,
it doesn't engage you the way you want a card game to engage.
Yeah, at least for me personally. Anyway, lovely. And
yeah, it's been a while since we've done this, hasn't it?
Okay, I know, and I'm like eating my dinner, and I keep like, I don't want to eat on camera, so I'm just like hiding behind my bowl.
That's great though. Like, when I saw what you're eating, I'm like, that looks breakfasty. But
it is.
Are you Anonymous Tiger?
Am I Anonymous Tiger?
Yeah. Just...
What do you mean by that? What do you mean?
On the show notes we have, it just has like Anonymous Tiger flashing as like a person. I'm assuming that's you.
Oh, I guess.
Yeah, okay.
It says that I'm signed in though.
But anonymously.
Anonymous Tiger. I was so confused. I was like, my first thought was like, you've been getting like weird DMs or something from Anonymous Tiger, and you've been being like, it's Elaine. Like, this has to be Elaine, like pranking me, like, and you just couldn't hold it in anymore. You're like, are you Anonymous Tiger? Like, confronting me.
We did get some weird DMs, both of us.
We did get some weird DMs. Yeah, both of us.
Yeah. Okay, so back to scheduled programming. We have our shoutouts. It is currently spoiler season for The Hunted. Very exciting times. And speaking of exciting times, that was the worst segment. There have been so many people from our community that have had spoilers this time for various reasons, various walks of content creation, being a pillar of the community, being second place at Worlds. Like, there's just a whole bunch of reasons why we have some fantastic people in our community that have spoilers, so I'd like to give them all shoutouts. I don't know if we're going to be able to tag them all in the bio this time. Maybe I could. We'll see how I'm feeling when this is
You know what we could...
Yeah?
Well, I was going to say we could put a link to, like, the Fabrary thing that has the links to all of them, so people can at least go view the spoilers for these people. Anyway.
Yeah, true. Good point. Okay. Wouldn't it be fun if we just alternated who said that?
Okay, let me put down my bowl of yogurt. All right, I'm ready.
Okay. Carolina.
What? Oh, my...
That's
Yeah.
this is why our timing was off on the spoiler.
Okay, wait.
Okay.
Go again. Ready? I'm ready.
Okay.
This one.
Carolina,
Rachel,
Liv,
Mara,
Erica,
Reese,
Yuki,
Mercy.
Yui.
Wow.
And that's the 100
I
spoilers.
feel like I'm turning red. That like stressed me out.
I like, okay, I'm ready.
Like, let me focus.
But yeah, no, there's a whole bunch of people, like I mentioned, that did some fantastic stuff from across the things. Perhaps we won't go into it later because of a certain question that we have. I mean, we should go into it later because of a certain question we have. But honestly, I'm just really proud of our community. We have some fantastic fellows, completely just showing up across the competitive scene, the casual scene, the creative scene, everything about the game. So really happy to see kind of how we're going as a community, especially due to the fact that in the past there have been some controversies, but we don't need to get into that because, you know, it's 2025. It's New Year. It's beautiful.
It's a new year.
I'm turning 30 again for the third time.
Woohoo!
My friend asked me if I was turning 33. I'm like, no, this is the third time I'm celebrating my 30th. And she's like, yeah, so 33. I'm like, no.
No, what do you? I don't know what you mean by that.
Yeah. As in, like, you don't know what I mean or what she meant.
No, I don't. Yeah, I'm like pretending to be you. In
Right,
this.
yeah. No, I am in denial, and I'm still. I'm turning 32. Anyway. Oh god, that was just a brief like derailment from what we were actually talking about. The shoutouts, yeah.
It had like a moment of like reality. I'm alive. You ever have those moments? I was like playing Rock Band the other day with my friend, and then my friend was like, I just have one of those moments of like, whoa, I'm alive. I'm here living. Anyway, sorry.
Playing a fake guitar.
Yeah, like, whoa. Just way too aware of what's happening right now. That's how birthdays make you feel. I get it, yeah.
Look, usually I don't remember my birthdays.
Because you are having so much fun? Or...
Because there might be too many liquids affecting my...
Okay,
brain.
yeah, that's it's like because of that, or do we need to talk?
No.
Okay, yeah.
No, it's a great time usually. Karaoke, in case you're not aware, is one of my favorite activities of all time, and I will try to do it as often as I can for whatever reason. And apparently, 365 days is enough reason. Is that right? Yeah. I can't remember how many days are in a year. But yeah, no, so shout outs to all of our community who have done some spoilers. We'll put some links somewhere in some form so you can check them all out. You can also check out everyone else's spoilers. Like, there's been some really cool kind of creative stuff. You know what? Just because we're podcasting, like, put it down below. What are your favorite content? Not content, spoilers, you know? Let's bring some awareness to everyone. Am I doing this right?
No, that's great.
So, actual segue from spoilers. We had a spoiler. We've had a few now. This is the second one that you and I have worked on, I guess.
Yeah, the second one. Yeah, the second one we've gotten to work on together. First one, where both of us are like part of the Pitch Perfect. Really, I think during Rosetta. By the time Rosetta released, obviously you were a co-host on the show, but that spoiler that we worked on, it was like we you know, when all that was announced, I don't think we had announced this yet, if my memory is this partnership
Something along
yet.
those lines.
Something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're recording this actually like a few hours after our spoiler for The Hunted has come out, so
Yeah.
we're gonna talk about it.
So let's talk about the card itself first. So we're looking at Calming Breeze. For those that haven't seen it, here's a probably blurry version of it by the time you see it. It's also backwards for whatever reason. It's backwards. I don't know why. Like, I noticed your one says like birthday girl and you can read it, and mine is in reverse. But you just have to trust it says happy birthday.
Yours says, to me, okay, that's really interesting because from my view, mine is backwards. Like when I look at it on my screen, mine is birthday girl, but it's backwards for me, and yours is correct. And when you just showed the calming breeze, like show the calming breeze again. Yeah, see, it's correct for me. It's correct.
Well, maybe this gets cut out of the episode then. Who knows? Or you just watch us.
Or you just get to watch us.
Yeah. I mean, you're already here. Why not?
Why not just watch us?
Yeah, or listen to our Spotify listeners.
Yeah.
So our spoiler is Calming Breeze. It is a zero-cost red instant. I was like, oh, dang, did I just show the back of this? But I remember that this has also been spoiled. It's a zero-cost red instant, and it says, next 3 times, you would be dealt damage this turn, prevent 1 of that damage. And this is a really interesting card, I think, in the sense that, of course, this upcoming set, the 100, is filled with daggers. All these one damage sort of hits that may or may not have on hits. But crucially, I think there's also going to be a lot of, I don't think, like we've seen, that there's a lot of breakpoints in this set as well. A lot of zero cost 4s, especially with all the Draconic and Cinder cards that have come out. So it's a really kind of neat way to mitigate damage across multiple attacks that are awkward and not clean blocks normally. So, yeah. Have you had any thoughts about this card so far? Elaine's eating. I should keep on talking. I think I'll go to my opinion, I guess. No, you're good. You're good.
No, good. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay.
I have like one bite left. I'm just gonna finish. Okay.
I think this is gonna be a great card for limited. For a variety of reasons, outside of the ones I just mentioned. Low-key, this card is a rare. I'm holding the promo version here. But usually what rares suggest to me is that they're powerful limited cards, and therefore you don't necessarily want too many of them floating around in the pool because they have potential to take over games and such. Think like a Battlefront Bastion or whatever it's called. Not whatever it's called, it is just, or is it Battlefield? Yeah, or whatever it's called. Yeah, so my feeling is that this is going to be fairly powerful and limited in that respect. I can definitely see some potential constructed applications with this as well for the same reasons, again, stopping those breakpoints, especially if Sidra is good. I don't imagine seeing it in every deck, or of course in every matchup, because sometimes you're not getting hit 3 times at all, in which case this is not useful. You're not going to be bringing this into, say, your Jarls or your... I'm mind blanking what decks attack, like a Bravo style deck, right?
Right. Guardian, big ol'.
Yeah, but other than that, it's really neat. It comes as a full art promo, as you can see, and as somebody pointed out to me yesterday after I posted the image, it has the letters GEM031 on the bottom, which suggests that this is a gem pack promo. Elaine and I were trying to figure out where it came from, or at least I had no clue what this was a promo for, and I was like, should I be trying to spoil this? But like, yeah, is this the first gem promo we've seen? Maybe, I'm not sure. But anyway, here it is. If I wasn't meant to spoil it, I'm really sorry, LSS, please forgive me.
Well, correct, right, because we, for our spoiler video, the card that we spoiled is an actual picture of the card. So sorry if we weren't supposed to post that. Oops. By the time this episode comes out, though, it won't matter. So
well, nobody gets gem packs yet, right? I can't remember when the gem packs are actually out, but like it's the Prague event. Oh, yeah, that should be on our list.
I would say
the premiere this weekend.
Yeah, that's sorry. It's also our birthday.
Like us.
Yeah, us. Yeah, right. What's more important? Yeah. But so by the time this video comes out next Wednesday, it won't matter because the Prague will have already happened, right? So, oops, sorry. But
do they have jetpacks though?
I don't know.
They're like the armory promos now.
It's already spoiled. We already did it.
Yeah, it's too late.
It's too late. But I 100% agree that I think this card will be a really good limited card. As far as constructed, I think that'll just depend on how the meta shapes up. I do think it has like potential to be seen in constructed decks, maybe. Yeah, but I totally agree with you. I think it'll be strong and limited, and I don't know. I don't know about the CC meta, what it'll look like after these heroes come out, because I don't really know how good these heroes are going to be, or how they're really going to play into the meta that we currently have. I don't claim to be smart enough to predict those types of things, so.
Well, like, think about other heroes as well, right? Like, this card obviously has applications into, like, Katsu to, like, prevent Mask Momentum triggers. Really useful stopping Mask Momentum triggers. Or even if it's just, like, a way to kind of, like, stop some rune chants, like, you know, you can stop multiple rune chants with this. It is a red card, and you could just pitch a blue to stop multiple rune chants as well. But, like, sometimes you have to play extra cards. Sometimes there are extra cards in your deck that aren't necessarily good. So if this is in your sideboard, you can bring it into, like, Runeblade matchup. Just something I'm very aware of as someone who's playing Florian a lot recently. Oh my goodness. But yeah, like, something like Katsu, I think you could bring this in. You know, there are more ninja cards. There is a chance that we see Katsu coming back, or like a Fi coming back. Actually, stopping like multiple hits on Fi is pretty good, because like the game plan there, as far as like in the past, is try to crack your Mask the Pouncing Links and come in with like a Salt the Wound. So if you can stop 3 attacks with this, that's 3 less damage than Salt the Wound. 6. Am I cooking?
Am I am I cooking? let them cook. Let them cook. Yeah. Well, I'm interested to see if like the type of comeback that Fi makes after this set, just kind of like as an aside, because like Syndra kind of seems like maybe just like better Fi, but I really don't know. So I'm interested to see if Fi just doesn't come back because now we have Syndra, or if Fi arises because we have this set. I don't know. I'm curious. That'll be something interesting, I think, to see play out.
Yeah, like the way I'm kind of thinking about it, right, is that like the Syndra cards that we've seen so far, there's like a lot of like dagger support, I guess, for Syndra, but there's also just like a lot of generic draconic cards. Like we can have more 0 for 4s and 0 for 3s to go again in draconic, which is what Fi kind of wants. And his weapon attacks for 3, and then he attacks for 3 and 1 instead of 1 and 1 with the daggers, right? So it depends like how deep you want to go on the dagger synergy, I guess. I could see Fi being kind of powerful. He doesn't have far to go to like hit Living Legend as well. So,
yeah,
that's true. If he becomes good, we won't see him for very long.
That's true. That's true. All right. More about our spoiler. Should we talk a little bit about the process of our creating our spoiler?
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so it was something that you came across. Like, you brought the idea to me in the first place. Do you want to tell us a bit about that and what it's referencing? Because
yeah, it's referencing like those rap battles that we've seen done as like movie promos. Yeah, most recently for the Wicked movie, but I think Deadpool movie and all of that. And I just thought they were like kind of fun, like 40-second little things that tell a story. So I thought it would be fun to just create, because I'm not very good at storytelling and like world creation like you are. I feel like you're really gifted in that. And you did that with the Rosetta spoiler that we worked on together. And it was just really cool to see you bring that, like give this card, Etchings of Arcana, give that card like a whole backstory. And so I wanted to try and kind of do that with our spoiler, which when I presented the idea to you, we didn't even know what the card was going to be yet. And so we were like, yeah, that'll be great and fun. And then we got the card, Calming Breeze. We're like, okay, how can we still make this work? And came to the conclusion, like, okay, since it's a generic card, maybe we can kind of portray through this song like a battle of two different classes, whatever classes we wanted to, which ended up being warrior and ninja that are in this set, and they kind of both use the card. So we have like the strike calm, and the first time I think I'm the one attacking and you're the one using calm against me. And then the second time you're the one attacking and I'm the one using calm. So it was meant to kind of like illustrate this this battle that the hunted encapsulates, but also showing that like even though I was portraying a warrior and you were portraying a ninja, that we both had access to this calming defense. Yeah, it was fun.
It also portrays like the actual mechanic of the card as well, like preventing 3 hits kind of thing, or like it really fit that idea of the back and forth, especially in triplets. Again, is literally what the card does, prevents 3 instances 1 damage, right?
Yeah, I think that so it was fun to throw together, and it was fun to throw together. So then I spent some time like writing up some lyrics for it, which was fun and artistically challenging, creatively challenging, because like world building is not really the thing that I do, but I was pretty happy with it. I know there were some comments about us staying on beat, and you made the joke earlier, like this is why we're off beat. But it's also was difficult to edit. So many cuts, and then I had like recorded originally. I recorded like a week ago, and then you had recorded, and when I meshed my original recording with your original recording, it was like even way more offbeat than the final version. And so I had edited it and I wasn't like fully happy with it, and so last night I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna re-film it. So I actually got back into that cosplay I guess is just the character design that I came up with for myself. Refilmed it and then re-edited it last night, and then I dyed my hair. I was still in that like full makeup and everything, with just like sitting there with hair dye, like with a little hair dye hairnet thing all on top of my head, still in like with the 3 slashes on my face, like full makeup, black lips, editing the spoiler video. I was very much like multitasking last night, and so it came out good. I feel like, or it came out, I think it was like the best we could do with the distance. Yeah, limited time and distance between us. It was fun though.
Yeah, like I mentioned, like we've both been like really busy and hectic, and I didn't get a chance to record this until like this past Tuesday. So for reference, my portion was recorded like roughly 3.5 days before it was posted. So I didn't really give Elaine much leeway to try to edit it and figure it out. So yeah. I think I recorded mine a week ahead of you, and then I had like mashed up the footage to make the editing easier. So I like already cut my footage and put it with the song where I was supposed to be. And so then when I got your footage, I could just like cut your footage and put it in the blank spaces where it's supposed to go. And then once I did that, I was like, okay, this will be easy. And then I was like, oh gosh, this is not good. So I recorded mine like a week ago, and then got yours 3 days ago, and then edited it. Like I was like editing on my transportation to and from work, and then when I realized like I'm not gonna keep like playing with this when I feel like it's not just working, then last night I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna re-record this my port, and then we'll just re-edit it. So it ended up being like a little last minute, but the vision was long before. Like I said, like we had the idea and everything to do this kind of back and forth song before we even knew what our card was, and then after that it was just a matter of actually writing the lyric, like
coming up with a story once we knew the card, and then writing the lyrics and then putting it all together. I feel like and I said this to you earlier, our vision is always there. Our vision is always clear and on point. However, we do the best that we can with our very limited editing and recording skills and knowledge and equipment. Yeah.
Yeah, like I come from a performance theater background. Ed was on the other side, like the performing side of it, not the editing and creating the stuff. So, not my strong point. You do an excellent job of like working on it and growing, and you keep on coming up with these new ideas and making things look cleaner and cleaner. So proud of you. But yeah,
it's not my background either. I'd never edited a video in my life until we started this podcast.
There we go. Yeah, again, we have vision. We just need to work on the execution. That's kind of our thing. Speaking of execution, what do you think we can do for the future? What would we change if we could have gone back to do it, kind of thing?
Actually, with spoiler seasons, it's a little hard because honestly, like we have LSS gives I feel like LSS gives like all the time that they can afford to give us, and it would be ample time if both of us weren't so busy, quite honestly. Like I feel like with our schedules, like it is hard to like come up with theories and do it. I do like, though, this time that we had kind of an idea of what we wanted to do before we even got the card. I think that made the process like a little bit easier to do, like being like, oh, hello. Okay, there. Sorry, my headphones just like cut out for a second.
There was like a weird twang. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that planning ahead type of idea, like we knew we wanted to do like a very short form, like back and forth song thing. So actually creating it did make it a little bit easier. We were just like really busy because we were also had been on holiday the whole time. But I think maybe going forward, if we are lucky enough to get another spoiler, kind of like the pre-planning and brainstorming of ideas when we found out we had a spoiler before even knowing what the card was really helpful to the creative process.
No, for sure, I get that completely. Especially like in the past for me, when I've had spoilers, they've all kind of been, I'm not gonna say on the spot, because like the ones I've done historically in the past, I've functionally done a spoiler across 2 weeks, right? Like my ones have never been just a reveal, it's always been building the story kind of thing. And you said with my world building kind of situation, shout out to Mara for helping with that. But a lot of those kind of are very reactionary. Like Mara's continued the tradition where we go back and forth with our little story kind of thing, and I usually have a general kind of plan of where I want the story to go, but in terms of what I'm actually saying and doing, usually I literally write it like in the course of I hope my boss isn't listening, a work shift, and then later that night I will write it out or record anything I need to, and then post it kind of within 12 hours of me. Like that process takes between 12 to 16 hours for me to, as whilst also doing my job. Again, please don't fire me. But yeah, like it's the way I've done it in the past has always been like very reactionary. I'll write a post, Mara writes a post, I'll write a post, I'll get you to take a picture, I'll post that, etc., etc. So like having this time where it's like, yeah, we got this idea, we know what we want in the long run. Once we see the card, we can start coming up with ideas. You did a fantastic job of coming up with the story, changing the lyrics of the initial song. So yeah, the process was really handy, I guess, to not be so reactionary. And if we had the time where we were both free it probably could have been more smooth if we were able to record at the same time. I don't have my red feature wall behind me, so I don't know how I would have made that work if I did this on my phone rather than the computer. Also, I need a phone microphone. Like, I sound crunchy in that video. But
Oh, yeah, editing your audio was a little difficult. I just like made you as loud as I possibly could, and then I had to turn like myself and the song down. It wasn't that big of a deal though. Yeah.
Yeah, but if I just had like a little microphone, you know, like
Right, like the ones that we had in Osaka. Yeah, those were cheap and they worked great for what we needed. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, spoilers are fun too. They give you like a chance to just kind of like flex your creative ability. We like technical ability. I think is where we lack as a team.
we're working on it. It's a work in progress.
We are. It's a work in progress. We're getting there. Okay, so the next thing in our notes is it's our birthday, but I feel like that is pretty obvious.
Yeah,
I feel like we should it's not the pod's birthday. It is Kiki and I's birthday.
Yeah, it's
real
literally our
birthdays.
birthdays.
Yeah, it's literally our birthdays, not Pitch Perfect's birthday. It's our individual birthdays.
Yeah.
We don't have the same birthdays, but they are pretty close. And yeah, so we decided to wear birthday crowns.
Yeah. I was so scared about getting a party hat that would A, fit my head, and B, just not fall off. And like, if you've been paying attention to my video during this, like occasionally I'll be trying to fix it because it is falling. I think it is made for a child. And while I'm childlike in nature, I am not childlike in proportions. My head is like a large sack of singular potato. That was a weird way to put that. Either way, it's falling off and feeling slightly congested. Anyway, yeah, it is our birthdays. Yeah. What
The height of your birthday hat is like perfect. The height of your birthday hat it's perfect. It like goes right up to the top of your screen, and I love how much room it takes up. I just want to say that.
I might not be wearing this on my actual birthday. Maybe I should bring it anyway. Somebody's gonna take it off me. It'll happen.
You should. I'm wearing this on my birthday. Tomorrow. Well,
Do you have exciting plans for said birthday?
I do. I put a lot of work into my birthday this year, and I think I have I think I missed a calling and party planning, if I'm being quite honest, because I've been destroying it, I will say. I'm really proud of myself. I don't know how much people want to hear about my birthday and what I planned, but I'll talk about it if...
Look, I want to hear about it. And if there's any viewer that wants to hear about it, if there's only one rather, it is the one who's viewing you currently in person. So
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit.
Okay, I'll tell you about it. So the theme, I have like a whole weekend planned out. We're recording this on Thursday night. I have some friends that will be here very shortly, coming in from out of town to spend my birthday with me. And I also have some friends in town that I'm spending my birthday with. But when I was looking at themes, I found this theme that was like a teeny bit older and it's like martini themed. But I was like, that's really cute. I love martinis. Is like my favorite drink. So I was trying to, I wanted to do, I thought that was really cute, but it just didn't feel extra enough. I can be quite an extra person. So then I was like, well, since I have a whole birthday weekend, because my friends were coming in town, I planned each day. So like tomorrow, Friday, is the day before my birthday, and the theme is espresso martini themed. So everyone is wearing like shades of like browns and tans and blacks, and my whole house, which you can't see because I'm in my bedroom, but my whole house is like decorated in those same shades. And the theme is 26 is brewing because I'm turning 26, and it's espresso martinis, coffee brewing. So it's very cute. We're gonna have like a little pregame, and then we're going out. And then Saturday, the theme for the day is like lemon dropped martini themed, and that theme is a squeeze bit older, and that's my actual birthday. So it's like squeeze, like a lemon squeeze, and we'll have lemon drop martinis. We're staying in for the day, and we're all dressing in like citrus colors, so like oranges and like lime green and like yellows. And I have the same decorations that I constructed to be easily. All the browns are like easily convertible, yeah, like replaceable with like orange and green and yellow decorations. And we're gonna do like a fun day of like cooking food together and desserts together. So we're like making like a lemon cake and like a lemon risotto, and yeah, and then gonna have a sleepover that night. I actually built a board game for the sleepover, so I'm very excited about that. And then the next day, Sunday, which is like the day I know we're gonna be like sick of partying and everything, so that is just the classic martini themed, and the theme is wash off the dirty, and we're having like a little at-home spa day, and all the other decorations will be converted to like green and red. Anyway, that's my
So
isn't it cute? Isn't
Oh my
that
God,
cute?
I love that.
I think I should be a party planner. I'm really
should.
proud of this weekend. I think it's adorable.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow. Anyway.
I am upset that I am on the wrong side of the world right now.
I know. Yeah, if you were closer, you'd be here. So
But alas, I'm not.
it's
Well,
pretty
that sounds
cute,
so
though. I'm
Yeah.
gonna send you lots of pictures. Yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
Drunken and or sober. Either or, whatever. It's fine.
Both, yeah.
Both.
Both, probably.
I love it. No, I have seen the picture of your bedroom currently. Elaine sent me a picture just before we started. Not bedroom. Your house. Before we started
house.
recording. And it looks so fun. Like, there's so much, like, festivity going on. And, like, the attention to detail is fantastic. So I'm excited for you.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll be
You're gonna have a
posting
great time.
pictures and stuff, too. What are you doing for your birthday?
I am not messing about. I am going straight to karaoke, is what I mean by that.
It's like,
Yeah, no. I've kind of had enough birthdays now, I reckon, I think. To the point where I don't have the time, energy, or effort to think of anything creative. Not entirely true. Like, I would love to throw parties like yours, the one you're planning this weekend. But realistically, we have a pre-release the next day. And I have an event in small town New Zealand that I'm helping to organize and run that I need to prepare for. I've got a calling the weekend after that. So things are kind of just... This is the quietest weekend I have at the moment. And
Yeah.
I've got plans for both Friday and Saturday night. So, like, I don't have time, but I will always make time for karaoke. So basically, my birthday is just going to be like, come to this place, we're going to sing, we're going to dance. You are welcome to buy me alcohol. I'm not going to remember it. And then I'm going to 5-0 the pre-release the next day.
that's great. You are going to 5-0 the pre-release the next day.
Do you know about my track record about drinking and playing card games?
I think you've told me. I have a really good track record about being drunk while I play card games, not being hungover, but actively being intoxicated, which I won't name the times that I've done that, but I have a good track record when doing that.
When we're uploading, I'm editing this bio for this video. I'm going to make sure, very intentionally, I'm going to click not made for kids.
Not made for children.
not made for
We
children,
always
yeah.
click that. Not made for children.
Yeah, I always do, but I'm just gonna make sure. Just really, really click that button. But also this weekend is the Prague premiere,
Right.
which is very exciting. I don't know too much about it. I am kind of excited. I am excited to like watch the content, see what cards come up, how the format plays out. If our Calming Breeze is good in the format and the way that I kind of predict it's going to be for limited. Yeah, so pretty excited about that.
I'm really excited about that too. However, I'm not going to be watching it because I have quite the weekend, as I just explained. But Monday is like my trash day, as I've been calling it. Like I'm just gonna be playing Rock Band and probably never change out of my pajamas and never leave my house because I'll be very tired from the weekend. And it's a holiday here in the States, so I start class like the Tuesday after is my first day of classes. So the weekend I'm like, I have no responsibilities. And then Monday is like, okay, I really just don't want to do anything because I have to get back to real work and class tomorrow. So Monday is when I plan to watch Prague. But I am really excited to see this set play out. I think the dynamics and like I think this trio of heroes that we have, Assassin, Warrior, and Ninja are going to be really fun to play. I'm really excited to try this in limited. Hopefully I can get into one of my pre-releases because they are sold out, but that's just kind of like how it goes at my locals, and usually there are people selling like who can't make it, who give up a spot, and so a ticket opens up like the day before or something. So I'm really hoping and banking on that happening. Otherwise I'll be really sad and I'll have to wait until the set comes out. Yeah.
You know, like if you're one of Elaine's locals, you know, it's her birthday. And if there's anything she'd want as a gift, more than flying me over, is a ticket to her pre-release.
Right. First, check out flights from New Zealand to New York, though. And if that's out of your budget, then I'll take a pre-release ticket.
Give up your ticket. That's fine.
Yeah, just give up your ticket. That's also fine. I'll buy the ticket. Just... yeah.
Yep, so... okay, we can move on from that, I reckon, to something kind of similar. So, we were just talking about how The Hunted is premiering this weekend. We don't know too much information about the set so far, outside of the spoilers. We don't know the context of it. But Greg, our friend of the channel, has helped us with a bunch of videos in the past. Greg, darkapprentice.bsky.social asks, are there any plans to pick up a hunted hero in Classic Constructed? If so, which one?
So on my wish list for the next set, before it was announced, I was like, well, it's on my wish list for every set, so I don't know that this set was special, but it's just been on my wish list. But when people ask like, what do you hope the next set is? I want a new talented warrior, and the set gave us that. However, we're in the middle of spoiler season, and the Syndra looks really fun.
And she looks pretty cute.
She does look pretty cute. She's really cute, actually. She's really cute, and I love playing cute heroes. So I don't know, actually, that I'll pick up Fang in CC. I will maybe pick up Syndra if she's good in the meta, because I have a few goals for 2025. One of them is to be more social, hence the extravagant birthday weekend, because actually traditionally I'm not someone who really likes to celebrate my birthday. And the other is to maybe start playing a hero that's meta and enjoy playing Gasai, but trying to actually bend a bit to the meta. So if Syndra is good, I am interested in playing her in CC.
You know, Kasai's from Volcor, Syndra's from Volcor. They both use one-handed weapons. It's kind of like the same vibe, you know? Like, it's adjacent enough to Kasai that maybe it'll be okay.
I hope so. Like, I didn't really enjoy Fi in CC, and I don't really know why, because he does seem like a hero that I would enjoy in CC, but actually I think I do know why. It's not Fi's fault. It's that ninja combo lines are no, it's like ninjas are like I don't know. The combos really stress me out. Like having to remember the combo lines kind of stresses me out. And I know if I just like played it enough, it's something that I would just know. And I know that it is something that I know anyway because I play against these heroes. But I don't know. Once I'm in the driver's seat, I'm like, oh, I feel like there's so much to remember, and it really stresses me out. So I'm gonna work on that.
That's so valid. But also, Cilio's like your man, and I don't understand.
He and I just like have a connection though, an undeniable connection. Like he just clicks, you know.
Yeah, clicks when you switch him on, and then he turns
right
like a chandelier.
Right when you plug him in, yeah. The electricity starts literally running through his veins, yeah, and it makes sense.
Yeah, it's a magical moment.
Right.
Because he's a wizard.
Right.
So, yeah, traditionally aggro decks aren't my thing. It's weird because like I play Dash, but I don't really treat Dash as an aggro deck, and yeah, this set outside of Arachne seems very aggressively slanted, and I actually have purchased 3 Codex of Frailty, funnily enough. And yes, it was expensive, but we got there. But I'm not looking to play Arachne. Honestly, like, if I pick up one of these heroes, and I kind of do want her, it's going to be Syndra. I haven't played a ninja in Classic Constructed since Katsu 5 years ago. When there was like 1 of 4 heroes to choose from. I guess I played Ira a lot in Blitz, but anyway, like I didn't want to play Fi because Prism was in the format, and like that's my favorite hero. But I think it'd be interesting to try to give Syndra a go and try something very different to what I'm used to, basically. I love her aesthetic. For the girls. That's kind of like the first step in my interest in a hero. Is like, is she girly pop? And if the answer is yes, I'm like, okay, cool. There's a chance I'm gonna play this.
It's just so fun, right? It's just so fun.
The reason why I bought the Codex of Frailties is because I got the Japanese new alternate art at Worlds, and I was supposed to actually sell that to someone because I traded for it, and then I was holding my hand. I'm like, no, actually, I want one of these. I'm gonna make it work. So I then found another one to sell to my friend. So don't worry.
I remember this. Yeah.
I made sure that she got hers before I got mine. But once I got mine, I'm like, cool, okay. Now what do? I need Codex of Frailties. And a friend of mine was just like, oh, I have 3 of them spare. I'm like, I guess I'll buy them. So now I'm down like 360 New Zealand dollars. That's like roughly, what is that? What is the international rate for that?
I don't know. Let me Google it. I have Google. I have a computer right here. New Zealand to USD. What did you say? 360?
Yeah. I got it at a deal.
It's like $201 US dollars and 72 cents.
There we go. So I spent 201.72 US dollars to buy this place of Codex Frailty that actually I haven't received yet, so I can't even try to build the deck. But like, I mean, like, so the guy I bought it from sent it to me via someone else, and the other person has misplaced them. So it's somewhere, but it's okay. There's realistically, like, there's a very strong chance, especially going into the calling coming up, that I'm like, Syndra is really cool, and then I end up on Florian. Because I just really enjoy playing Florian. He is.
That's okay. Yeah. Florian is like kind of baby girl.
He's so baby girl.
He's so like
he's like Jared Way baby girl. Like,
yeah, you know? Like he's
Yeah. Like yeah. I've accepted that. Not Jared. That Florian is in the acceptable pool of like baby girl, girly pop heroes for Kiki to play.
I think so. I think like I think Florian is really girly pop. I think we put him in baby girl when we did that tier list video.
Yeah, I think so.
I think so. I don't know where else he would have gone. I don't remember much of that video though.
This would make a cute short video. If we like cut this part and then cut the video from the past and then compare to see if we were right or not. Ideas.
Yeah. I have no clue if we are, but maybe I could figure out how to do that in the editing. I don't remember much of the... Yeah.
Okay, so it sounds like if we're playing any Haunted Heroes, it's going to be Syndra. But I'm also excited to play against him. Like, I think as a Florian player, I have a good matchup into all of them, so I'm kind of excited. I hope they're good so that my deck is good. Hypothetically, I could be wrong. People will probably tell me I'm wrong.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't claim to know anything.
And then our final question for this week. The questions were a bit haphazard. I literally asked them last night.
Well, honestly,
I asked 4 questions.
Recording was a bit haphazard. we were like, okay, we did our spoiler, yay, and then we're like, oh, we have a podcast also. Should we like record for that? I was like, well,
sure.
it's kind of like our birthdays, but yeah, if we do it at this time, perfect. So recording was a little haphazard. Sorry.
Sure. But welcome to Pitch Perfect.
Welcome to Pitch Perfect.
So, Mara at blackwingstudio.ascent-gaming.com on Bluesky. I have to specify because that doesn't have the word Bluesky. Anyway, so they've got Ascent Gaming has their own cool server, and I'm kind of jealous.
That's really cool.
Anyway, blackwingstudio.ascentgaming.com. What was your favorite content creator spoiler? This could be a video, a post, a cosplay, etc. from the spoiler season.
Mine would have to be Carolina. When I saw the cosplay that she made, like my jaw just dropped. Those pictures were incredible, and also she's laying in the snow. I cannot go outside with like a minimum of 2 layers. Every day I wear 3, but I can't imagine going outside with less than 2. So like even just also more props to her for that, because I'm a little bitch when it comes to the cold. And I saw her laying in the snow looking freaking angelic, beautiful, perfect, and like jaw dropped. I was like, oh my god, these pictures are insane, incredible. And then I was like, she's in the snow, like
that's real snow.
Yeah, that's real snow. I am way too much of a little bitch baby to do that. So also just like extra bonus props. But yeah, Carolina, that's those. You know, we sit here, we're talking about how hard it is to like throw together like a really good spoiler in the time that we have, and it just blows my mind when I see other content creators like Mansant does that, or has done those stop motion videos. Like those are insane. Of course, 3 Floatings production is just like always insane. There's so many creators that just put out like insane content, and I cannot even wrap my head around how they do it or comprehend how they do it. And Carolina is one of those creators, yeah, for sure, because throwing together a cosplay like that, it takes me months to throw together a cosplay, and they are never anywhere near the level of hers. So yeah, props, so good.
On the slight topic of props, if you ever see like her progress pictures and stuff, like she worked so hard. I love her. Her house is a mess with like how much like it's a tornado of cosplay going on. Like when it's time, it's time, and like she does not back down from the challenge. So like she has spent the better part of a month making that, and like it looks like it would take longer than that, honestly. Like you said, like it takes you months to kind of come up with the stuff and put it all together, make it and all that, and she just has this innate ability to just like, it almost like, it's obviously not instantaneously, but the way she like, I don't know if it's her like poise as a person or whatever, but like it makes it feel like it's effortless for her. I know it's not, like she puts in so much work, but the aura she gives is just like, yeah, I just woke up like this.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, exactly. Like I just already had this like lying, or this whole thing like type of aura, but no, it's incredible. And even just like the like for me, like it takes me a month just to like actually plan out pieces of a cosplay and what I want to do and what materials I want to use to construct it. So the fact that like she could just throw together something like that in the span of a month, insane, just insane. Yeah, mind blowing. Like it's crazy.
On a very similar vein, my choice would be Rachel's one. Also a cosplay. I loved the kind of song she chose for her video. I am very biased towards the song in the first place, but like it really fit this like idea of this villainous character. Again, super great with the details, so much work. She kind of lives the character, and like it's kind of really cool to see her go beyond being the Dash girl, the Dash woman, the Dash cosplayer, to being like she's multi-talented. She was like a Viscerai variant at Worlds, like, and I think she's just doing this amazing job of showing kind of her versatility, but also like her craftspersonship. Is that a word? I don't know. I was trying to be like neutral about it. Her crafts, she's really good. Like she makes all these kind of suits of armor for like these different aesthetics, and she makes them all work. Like she looks good in armor. Like let's be honest.
Yeah.
And she
Sorry,
really
that got me.
and she does. I mean that with love, of course I do. But she does like a really good job of like making it like fit her character, her personality, and like really do a great job with that. So that's like one of my picks.
Rachel is another person that just like in the cosplay space blows me away. I've asked her a few times about like her creative process and construction process, and every single time she just like above and beyond. She's just on another level, just like Carolina. I mean, the talent of those two is just it really is something I cannot wrap my mind around. Like they're just so talented. And I also like these like Carolina and I, obviously we did a whole episode and we've been in the space the same amount of time, and Rachel also, I think the first time I met Rachel was when I won my Taylor, and that was her first cosplay or that I knew of in Flesh and Blood, and she was in that competition as well as like her original version of her Dash cosplay, and that was Charlotte US Nationals 2022, I believe.
Yeah.
And yeah, watching those two grow as creators in the space over the past few years has just been incredible. They've just grown so much, and their abilities have exponentially grown with that. So yeah.
I also have a little bias here, mainly because I'm partially involved with it, but I loved what Mara's done with her spoiler to draw images. Like, it's kind of gone beyond what we initially did with like these letter kind of things. She put a whole bunch of work drawing like these different characters that do or don't actually exist in the Flesh and Blood world yet. And like, I don't know, I always find that fun, but again, I have biases because I'm involved in the creative process and writing them and stuff. But I know there's a bunch of like script nerds, I don't know what to call you affectionately, but the kind of people that like to translate them, and I love that we can kind of give them this medium to enjoy the game in a way that most people don't realistically, or like, you know, they think it's cool but like they're not necessarily involved in it. Kind of like, you know, the lore is cool but not everyone's going to deep dive into it. Like, when you're starting to write in the different scripts, like that's a whole other thing. So there's like a few people that really are into that, and I'm really happy for them that we can do that for them.
Yeah, I mean, when I talked about the inspiration for our spoiler this season and like the world building stuff, and I talked about your ability to world build and how much I just like admire that and think that's really cool. Also, I feel the same way about Mara, and you guys do a lot of world building hand in hand. In the past spoiler that we've referred to that we worked on together for Etchings of Arcana, Mara was also a part of that world building, and if my memory serves correctly, you two have done that quite a few times, and it's really cool every time. And yeah, I mean, I've seen Mara's. We have like a channel in our Discord where people kind of do like fun script writing and world building, just kind of like for fun with each other. And I've never spoken in there because I'm not a world builder, but I love, that's like one of my favorite channels to read, because I just listen to or read what people are just creating and having fun doing with each other. And it's so cool to see the community like interacting not only with each other in that way, but with the game in that way. And the spoilers are a reflection of that, and that's just another creative talent that I don't really possess myself, that I just think is so intriguing and incredible. So yeah, good shout out.
Cool. Okay. Well, that brings us to the end of the first podcast episode of Pitch Perfect for 2025. How was it? Welcome back. How are you feeling?
Good. 2025 is, I'm really excited. I think we have a lot of, we hopefully will grow a bit in 2025, not only this podcast, but also our league. We have things on the back burner that maybe we wanted to do in 2024, and we said let's relax and take 3-week holidays, and then 2025 will come and the grind will start. So I'm just excited. I think this will be a good year for us, and yeah, happy birthday.
Happy birthday. So good. But yeah, like going from 23 to 24, like 24 is the year to relax. So that didn't happen this year. Like, I'm not even attempting to entertain that idea.
No.
Realistically, no. We're just going to keep on grinding and working, but we're gonna have fun with it. It's gonna be great. Who knows? No promises to everyone, but we're gonna try to be creative and do different things, I imagine. Filled with ideas. So.
We're filled with ideas. Like I said earlier in this episode, our creative vision is always 2020. It's just a matter of actually applying our skills to executing that. So it'll be great. It'll be a good year.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, with that being said, I guess it's time to let you celebrate your birthday. Yay. So if you wouldn't mind, please present us how we can find you on the internet.
On the internet.
Contexts.
In a fab-related context, you can find me on Bluesky and Twitter, I guess. I still have an account on there. I don't think I've opened that app in a very long time. I think I open it and retweet stuff every now and then. But you can still follow me on there if you're on that app. And I try and go on there and retweet all of our episodes and stuff. But as far as if you want to see other parts of my life, then I'm on Bluesky. And those are both ham on tree, bacon on bush, pork on shrubbery. It's pretty simple. So, yeah. And where can people find you, Kiki?
Just real quick, I hope there's one person that tries to search that entire thing. Ham on tree, ham on tree, ham on tree, pork on shrubbery. .bsky.social. just one person. You can find me on Bluesky at kikibird.bsky.social. You can find me on Twitter. I do maintain that slightly more at Kiki_LA93. And then, of course, you can find our podcast on both of these at pitchperfectpod.bsky.social, at pitchperfectpod for Twitter, I think. That one I'm less familiar with.
I think it is at Pitch Perfect Pod, yeah.
Yeah, and of course you can find us on Spotify as well if viewing this isn't your thing, but you want to hear our lovely, melodic, angelic voices with a slight hint of me choking every now and then.
You can find us on anything, actually, that you want to listen to us on. We're on everything. We just are really bad at advertising it. But one of our goals as a podcast for 2025 is to be better at marketing ourselves. So... Yep. We are on everything.
Yeah.
All of those platforms, some that I probably haven't even heard of before. We're on it.
for what it's worth, I only found out about this like at the end of last year, where it's like, here's our breakdown for all the different podcast channels that we're on, services, whatever. I'm like, excuse me? What? We're not just on Spotify? People can find me anywhere?
So another thing I'm working on in 2025 is communication. Letting Kiki know things. Yeah, I was like, look at all this, and Kiki was like, maybe we should mention that we're on these platforms at the end of the podcast. I'm like, oh, maybe. But also, this podcast was around roughly 2 years before Kiki joined, and the entire time, all of our accounts were in French. And then when Kiki joined, I was like, what is this? I'm like, oh, I just accidentally made them in French, and I've just slowly been learning French so I can do the bare minimum to upload and edit videos, but I don't actually know any French, and I don't know how to change it because I don't know any French. And you fixed that like the first week you were here, so I'd been quietly suffering for 2 years.
Despite the fact that I've been using it for about half a year prior to that for the first league, I just never thought that I had the okay to just change it. And then once I was here, I'm like, I don't want to read in French because I can't read in French. If I could, this wouldn't be an issue for me. It'd be great. I'd love to be bilingual. I'm working on it.
I also can't read them. I can read like your videos, publish, caption, description, title, rendering.
I think from memory, the first time I did it, I opened up my account and then tried to figure out what were the key buttons to press in English, and then logged into the pitch perfect French settings, and then just did it off muscle memory.
Yeah.
I didn't actually read it. I just was like, this is how I do it when I load videos on my own person. You can find me at Kiki Bird on YouTube, but there's like nothing interesting there unless you want to watch me playing rhythm games.
I have a YouTube account. Yeah, it's ehamondry, but there's only one video of it, and it is my cursed Osaka vlog. So
I have seen
anyway,
it. I thoroughly enjoyed it. But yeah, okay, so that should be us.
That's us.
Thank you for joining us. Have a wonderful 2025. We hope you were great at the end of 2024, and we look forward to seeing you on our next videos.
Yeah, and have a good birthday, all of our listeners. Yeah, you too. You and
Happy
the
birthday,
listeners.
you too.
Happy birthday, everyone. Bye.
Bye.